My shows were canceled in Jacksonville this last weekend. And when did I find out? I found out less than one day before the weekend. Right before I'm going to fly out to Jacksonville, I find out that I'm not getting the pay that I believe that I'm going to get from doing the shows. And I'm also out the money from the travel that I already obviously purchased. Now, why was this canceled at the Jax Comedy Club that you haven't heard of? Well, it's because no tickets were sold. Now, we can get into the blame that I'll take at no tickets being sold, but let's talk about the comedy club not having a website. No website. Their social media presence must be great, you're thinking, right? No, they don't post ever, really. I made my own flyer. The booker made his own flyer. Neither of our flyers were posted on their social media. They had their Eventbrite that they put on their ticket link, the link in their Instagram bio, is still right now and has been forever a postponed / canceled Rodney Perry show. Not the upcoming weekend, which was mine. Like, wouldn't that be the place to put the link that you have to click on directly to find and you'll never Google because it's not on a website? I mentioned they don't have a website. Do you know how hard it is for me to promote, hey, come see me? In order for you to see me, there's a different link for each day, and you can only buy it from preep.com. What the fuck are we doing? I don't feel bad that I didn't promise. I didn't do a door deal. If I did a door deal and I lost, and then you don't got to pay me anything if nobody shows up. Otherwise, that's called a business expense. All right, you as a club should have did more promotion. I have many viral videos that you could have posted. There's radio. There's a variety of things that people do to promote a comedian coming up on their calendar, and you did absolutely none of those things. And I'm supposed to feel bad that a club that opened and closed constantly throughout the years, that most people in Jacksonville probably don't even know exists, or that they are reopened again, I guess. I'm supposed to feel bad that I didn't get anybody out there, and now I'm out. I was supposed to get 500 a show. They advanced me 300. So that's nice. That's something. But in my mind, there's still 700, and I purchased my own flights. And because I did a show previously, I'm from Detroit, so I had a show outside of Detroit. I stayed with my family out there for like the week leading up to the show in Florida, because I fly back to LA just to fly back to Florida in a few days. I might as well see my family for longer. Well, now this whole week was a waste. I stayed for a week longer in Michigan than I needed to, because of a show that I'm not getting paid money for. My girlfriend broke her ankle, just to throw that in there, in the middle of it, while I was gone. She's just hobbling around this whole apartment by herself. Why? Because I'm waiting to do a show that isn't gonna happen. Hey, this was a good part. So the solution that the booker came up with was, well, to get home, you already bought the flight and the hotel is still good. Wait, you think I'm going to fly from Detroit to Jacksonville and then from Jacksonville back to LA and just sit in my hotel room in Jacksonville for 2 days by myself for no reason, just because the club doesn't want to give me something towards a direct flight? You're not going to give me nothing? This is insane. Eventually, yeah, he did hook me up with the flight. That's great. None of the things that are the silver lining of this came from the owner. I have no idea how to contact the owner. The booker won't give me any of the owner's contact information. So now I just don't fuck with anybody named Jack. I don't fuck with Jacksonville as a whole. I don't like Jackson 5. Right? That's how far I'll go. This is just everything about this whole experience. The flight, if you want to even hear the full story, the flight got canceled when it was 1 minute before we were scheduled to take off. They said, we can't find the pilot. That was my flight that I finally got to go back home after I wasn't getting paid and was out all of that money. Because why not? Why not at that point? Why would a pilot show up? What's comedy? What the hell is comedy? I'm just going to start tripping people in grocery stores and recording it. Maybe then I'll get enough followers for to do this business. I don't know. Hey, just so in closing, hey, comedy clubs, if a comedian had enough of a following to fill an entire comedy club in any given city, then they don't need you, the comedy club. Do you understand? They could have picked any comedy club. They could have picked a bar or a restaurant. There's so many more options. So you have to have some plan for promotion if you want to succeed I'm just throwing that as advice to the Jax Comedy Club. RIP. I mean, you guys aren't out of business yet, but you're going to be at some point if this is how you operate. So RIP in advance, I guess. Yeah.